Hey gang, so this is this week's progress. So I was not able to work much during the week due to work stuff I had to get taken care of, but I've got at least some of the parkable, excuse me, dirt rock down. So what this is doing is for the tile work. So what I'm doing here is I'm reinforcing the plywood. It's not really 3/4 inch plywood on this, and what happens with tile is they crack if there's not something a little bit more substantial. So this kind of helps with that. It definitely feels a lot better underneath. It's already been screwed and everything else I did last time I was here. So, and what I'm doing is I'm just running this dirt rock in here. I kind of floated it out a little bit with some mortar, so you can tell on the edges there, so it levels out. And you know, I use the level there to make sure everything's right. It has a little bit of wobble in certain spots, but that's easy to do when you start to do the tile work. You know, you can kind of level set it a little bit better on the tile. I try to get this as best as I can. It was really dipping down here at the very end here. And a couple things to note is with the dirt rock, there's a smooth side and there's a rough side. And so I'm putting porcelain tile down, which is a little bit thicker and a little bit more durable than regular tile. But you actually don't put the smooth side. The smooth side you do for mastic, you know, basically like subway tiles or stuff like that you would do in the kitchen. So what you do is you actually put the rough side down, and it tells you the kind of there what to do. So you can see that smooth mastic. So I'm not putting mastic down at all. This is all going to be mortar underneath this right here, and it'll be mortar here as well. And I think I noted, you know, I redid the plumbing because I used PVC as opposed to CPVC glue, and so that's all fixed as well. And then this is kind of done, but here's a good thing, guys. I went ahead, G-Mom kind of helped as well. She really helped me quite a bit. It does go a little bit faster, but we have the shelving in all the closets. So you can kind of tell it's adjustable, which is nicer. So it's not just something, you know, it's a little bit higher end for a mobile home, but definitely a lot more flexibility for the owners. You can see that we have a shoe rack. So I want to kind of talk about this shoe rack and kind of get their feedback, if those that want to give me feedback. So as you come in here, you can kind of see as you come in, you see the top rack there and the shoe rack. We're thinking about putting 2 more shoe racks below. I kind of question if we should do that. I mean, obviously we can flip these around and make them. So my question to the team here, everybody, is should we put shoe racks in, or should we just make a couple more shelves for towels or something like that? Give me your feedback. I'd like to see what you guys think. You can see this goes back there. This is kind of neat. So the video really doesn't do it justice, but this is the master bedroom closet, the bigger one. There's 2 closets actually in the master bedroom. So this is the first one. And I want to talk about something else. Mark actually brought this up, and I think it's a really valid point. Something I've learned, you know, when you do sheetrock or you do any type of work, you kind of want to do it horizontal. So you can notice how that's horizontal. And I want to kind of briefly talk about this. So I thought I was going to save time, and I thought I was going to save a couple pennies, I guess. And what I ended up doing is spending more time sanding and trying to get these joints just right. I get kind of annoyed with seeing joints. What I should have done really is just ripped out all this stuff and just put in sheetrock and then horizontally done it, and then we wouldn't have these verticals. And the reason they're verticals is that's why when they build these things, what they do is they slap them up, and then they put strips. If you recall, mobile homes have strips in them, and I didn't like the strips either. So what I really should have done is just ripped all this out and just put sheetrock in horizontally, and then I would have had less seams actually. And the reason, and this is kind of interesting, Mark brought this to my attention, was those seams are at 4 foot, and you don't see them at 4 foot, but you certainly will see them when they stretch from top to bottom. So that's kind of the reason they do that. So just a little thanks, Mark. I certainly appreciate anybody's input. I mean, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination an expert at this stuff. So I do definitely love to have input from anybody. You know something that's done better or something, just pass it on. So here is the closet. This is all done too. So this is the smaller closet in the master bedroom, and that's adjustable. We only put one in there. I've got more I can put more in there if I want to. And there's a little cubby hole up in there as well. So the idea here is you may have longer clothes or whatever the case is, and you want to basically have more room for those type of longer clothes, maybe dresses or whatever the case is. So you have that, and this will actually have doors. We'll have panel doors. I did away with the mirrors. We'll put a mirror in the closet, bigger closet. So that's that. But I got the paint going, so you can kind of tell from this perspective. Got the paint going, and I'll be able to get most of this painted this week. I just want to get the shelving in. I was so fed up living in suitcases and stuff like that. So I think this week this will all be painted. So next week I'll be showing how it's painted. And then the final closet here is this one. So the lighting, I'll need to change out the lighting. It's original lighting, but you can tell it's in there. And it's adjustable. So I kind of like the adjustables. The other ones, typically what you do is you put a little piece of plastic up there, and those tend to break or whatever the case is. This is really a lot better, a lot more durable, and I think a lot more flexibility for somebody that may want to end up buying this, or if Lori wants to end up keeping it, it doesn't matter. But what the thing here is, we actually get to adjust these, so you're not locked into that. So that's about it, guys. I think, I mean, that may not seem like a lot, but it was. And nothing's really changed here. Kitchen is the kitchen. So, but you can tell from the distance now, that looks a lot better, a lot more appealing. Instead of that dark, well, at least the wood paneling, and once I get the paint done here, that'll be done. So I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks again, Mark, Randy, Shannon, Lori. Thanks again for all the input I do get from everybody. I certainly appreciate the input. Bye.